Hey guys, Dark Humility here with my featured Barbarian build for the Season 11 closed beta. Now, I could feature Double Throw, but I feel like Double Throw with the sockets changes has mostly improved for single target. For mapping, because of no changes to mechanics, I feel like it's largely the same. The numbers also seem to suggest that may be the case as well. So, we will show you guys instead a Bleed Whirlwind Barb that is kind of a hybrid between standard Whirlwind and Bleed. And so, put in as many Bleed jewels as possible, particularly ED jewels into the weapons. And then, for the rest of it, it's a combination of damage and ED and open wounds. And so, without further ado, of course, we'll check out the stats, skills, Mercenary, and gear in that order, and then demo them out. Now, this is by far not the strongest version of this build. There are ways to get a lot higher damage, more open wounds or better open wounds jewels. But one thing I have discovered is that enhanced damage open wounds jewels are pretty important for your main weapons, no matter what that main weapon may or may not be. Could even be a grandfather, but I mean, it's still the case no matter what. However, with the buff to Stone Crusher and Schaefer's lowering their HP, one can argue this is probably the best or one of the better approaches this season. Obviously, if you want more open wounds, though, Grandfather is still a thing. It got nerfed a little bit, but Stone Crusher is competitive with Grandfather now, but I think Grandfather might still win out in a lot of scenarios, maybe most scenarios, so that is one thing to keep in mind. Anyway, of course, guys, the new season is starting May 16th, and we'll be doing the tier list video either May 13th or May 14th after the end of open beta and the release of the final patch notes. Of course, there's so many build guides that we did from last season as well, so check those out, because so many of them are still relevant with no changes to those builds. And if you want to get hyped up for any build in this season, I would say my Season 10 and Season 11 mini guides and demos will probably be the most helpful to you. Anyway, with that being said, actually, you know what? Before I show off this build properly, let me actually, let's see here. I'll put in some points into life, but I'm not going to make a big point of it, though. Not a huge point. But yeah, you want to... So yeah, we'll go over everything a lot more slowly, though, in a second, though. Right now, I'm just fixing something. Nice, okay. So, of course, we'll show you guys how effective this can actually be and why it's effective pretty soon. But at any rate, GG. Let's get it going. So, we have, for stats, as much damage as you humanly can get. But you also want as much open wounds damage as you can get as well. You could just max out your strength for extra points and damage to make you kill more things. Strength seems to be more effective for one-handers as well than two-handers when actually making a difference, so that is something to note. You are going to want at least 10,000 attack rating, but we didn't need dex on this setup. And then you can put the rest in vitality. Obviously in hardcore I would just put all in vitality and minimum strength for gear. So it kind of depends on what you're achieving there. And then of course DR is very good as well. Max res is very good. Whirlwind does not have attack speed, so don't worry about that. And as long as you have some source of mana and life leech, you're usually going to be pretty fine on this build. Currently you have no mana leech, actually. That's a bit concerning. I thought I fixed that. Yeah, Whirlwind can be a little complicated sometimes. It's my fault, though. There you go. There's some more leech. That should be good. So dual leech is the way to go. Mana and life per kill aren't super effective on this ability, so not compared to leech anyway. And then for skills, you're going to max out Whirlwind, mostly for velocity, but it also helps with attack rating. I also like putting a lot of points this season into Frenzy because they extended the duration it lasts. This helps throw barbs too. It's good quality of life because you get more area of effect for your Whirlwind when you max out the Frenzy. It's easy to do if you already have two weapons on your main hand. If you have to swap to do it and constantly refresh it, it's a bit worse. But I do like that there's like 30 seconds on it, so that's kind of nice. And then max D wounds, general mastery, and Grimoire synergies, and just damage. And one into battle command. And yeah, that's basically it. Mercenary is just damage or a bot, essentially. Actually, he's not doing his job as a damage or a bot as effectively as he could. Yeah, I made a lot of mistakes before I even started this video. Nice. But you can see Might Aura and Concentration are very effective here. Also, I think I'd rather have a different aura on him. That is good defensively speaking, but Blessed Aim does give us more deadly strikes, so that's really useful.
I'll put that to good use.
So let's make him like pure damage mercenary as much as possible. We'll see Deadly Strike is important, but it's not as important as Open Wounds. Deadly Strike is very nice though. Of course you also have the Mastery, so it's pretty good no matter what you do. Amp is very effective on Whirlwind, particularly the fact that it also gives Open Wounds. We don't even have a 100% chance to cast it, which is actually kind of bad, but 95% is plenty sufficient. I'd say you definitely want it at least 90%, if not higher. So that's very important stuff to kind of note there. The Mercenary, the rest of its survivability, by the way, besides auras. And on myself, just huge damage. Stone Crusher, Schaefer's, Halberd's Rain. Halberd's Rain gives 5 to Masteries, so that's really nice. Definitely helping out that deep wounds skill there. You could definitely still use like a Veil of Steel though. Could be good. Atma's Fortitude just to boost that damage really. You have Drax here boosting the Open Wounds chance and some other things. We got Wisp Projector, the Dual Leech Ring, and Gore Riders. We also have pretty high chance of Crushing Blow, as you can see, or decent amount. So overall, it's pretty good. Now, let's show off this build. Let's show off how it works mechanically and whatnot. So you'll see here, what I like to do is max out that Frenzy stack. Once you max it out, you only have to refresh it once every like about 30 seconds. And you'll notice cows be dying very fast. But you'll notice that I'm lacking some Open Wounds jewels. But we can kill a lot of them on like the first pass now though. Twin Static Field and Open Wounds finishes them off real nice. Oh shoot, we left the lost the Frenzy buff. Dang, I'm not paying attention. That's no good. So this increases your the AoE, by the way. And by the way, also improves damage of open wounds, given that it is physical tick damage. It's kind of interesting. But yeah, we tested the jewels. I think I even tested with more jewels when I got the numbers, but it was pretty sick. You can see Whirlwind Barb, pretty insane stuff. Whirlwind bleed, baby. Alright. And then I'll just demo him with one more map so you can kind of see. Arguably when it's cows, actually, it's not cows, sorry, it's even easier because monsters have lower HP typically. Now, ED open wounds jewels for the weapons, 100%. Putting those everywhere is also just nice in general. So overall, it's pretty sick stuff. And, but yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed this build. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Whether or not you enjoyed it last season, as it was already a thing last season. And whether or not you like the fact that I'm actually featuring it this time, so you have an idea of a really fun Barb mapper. The only weakness I would say is it's basically on par with a Whirlwind Sin, but it's often a lot more expensive. That being said, it's an incredibly strong Barb mapper. And, yeah. The Mad Lad, peace over and out from the Mad Lad and the Mad Lab. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. One thing that's also annoying about bleed, of course, is looting. It's kind of similar to poison. Any kind of tick damage, just how it goes. But as a mapper, I think I still enjoyed this quite a bit more than throw. But that being said, you can socket your throwables now. And there's sockets to be gained from that, making them do more damage. So yeah. At any rate, I'll see you guys in the next one. May 16th, let's smash it. 10 a.m. PT, don't miss it. And of course, don't miss the tier list. They'll launch probably sometime May 14th after the open beta. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Let's get it. GG.